Welcome to Bamhek TV. I am super excited to continue this series. We're at part 2 of the OBE tutorial. In this series, I'll be teaching you how to exit the body, how to navigate when you're out, the mindset, which is what we covered on our last video, what to do when you're out, what to do when you come back and have to deal with life after experiencing such beautiful experiences, getting to see your true self. The second video is going to be about prepping the area, prepping yourself on the day that you choose to exit your body. There's some preparations that need to be done. And I begin with a quick story, an out-of-body experience that I had. And this nothing is unrelated. Everything, you'll get something out of everything that I share with you. One time I had exit the body and I found myself, it was a beautiful place. I usually found myself in very beautiful places, paradises. On this particular time, I'm walking a path and towards a building, and there's somebody walking next to me. When we get to this place and we enter, it was a kitchen. I graduated cooking school. I believe that cooking is a great exercise to put ingredients together and come out with something that is a whole. You take different ingredients and put them together and then you have a meal. When I go in there was a mess. It was a beautiful kitchen. I remember it being stainless steel. It looked like a kitchen here, but there was a lot of people in there and they were all arguing over ingredients and the area where they were going to be cooking. It was a big mess and I don't want no part of this. The person that was with me, she told me, hey, it's your time to cook. I remember all of these people that were standing there and trying to cook all together. They had a mess. They didn't know what was going on. It was a big mess. And they were all different religions. I remember understanding that all these different cooks or wannabe cooks were different religions that we have on earth. They were all represented there. I don't have no beef. I grew up Christian. I read a lot of the Quran. I read about Buddhism. I love all religions. It's just, this is my experience. They were there. And the lady's like, no, I'm going to go talk to the manager because it's your time to cook. As I sat there, I just turned around. I didn't want to see what was there. When I walk out, it's like a beautiful garden. It had huge tomatoes. It had peppers. It was just a huge garden with plentiful ingredients and beautiful ingredients. I remember putting them up. I kept collecting everything that I needed to cook. And when I turned around that I had everything ready to cook, the manager had come. He told him or she told him, I can't remember very well, but it's like, it's Hector's time to cook. So you have to leave. And they all disappear. And I kind of know what that means because it's time for us to forgive. The way that we learn everything, for the brain to really make a lesson out of it, is number one, you forget what you thought you knew about it. Number two, you act upon the information that you receive. Number two, you study that information. You go deeper into that information. And four, you teach it. You find a way to teach it first with your example, with your life, putting it to action in your own life, whatever it is. Then you're able to teach it through example. Others will be watching and they'll follow your example, or you can plain old teach it like I'm doing here. As soon as the kitchen got emptied, it's funny because I said, damn, I didn't grab no onions and garlic. That's pretty much the base of everything I cook. There's always going to be definitely onions and for the most part garlic. When I said that, I was back in my body and it was awesome. The outer body is a very easy state to attain. That's what I had, but what I tried to instill on lesson number 1 or part 1 of this tutorial. This is very simple to attain. The outer body state, you live out of the body. A part of you is here, and then that part of you joins that place in full awareness and consciousness. That was part 1, the mindset. Number 1 is easy. Stay on unconditional love. Don't holding grudges and stuff, because all that stuff holds you very tight to your magnetic field. Be fearless. face your fears. It's not, again, fear is not the absence of courage. It's not the absence of fear. Being courageous is standing in front of the fear that you may have and acting in spite of it. That's what courage is. Be courageous. Be childlike. This is an adventure. You don't really know what's going to be on the other side. I promise you, there's nothing to be afraid about. There's nothing to not want to go there. You'll see your true self and you'll experience beautiful things and places and meetings. It's just amazing. When you decide to exit that day, you're going to have to do some preparations, such as the room. I've come out in my living room. I've come out in 2 separate rooms that I use to practice. But usually the room, I like it dark. That's the way I taught it. That's the way Darius teaches it. I feel that I didn't gain any advantage with a mask. I really don't wear an eye mask. I just make the room really dark. The room, I make it dark, comfortable. The temperature, try to make it comfortable. If you have to cover, just cover so that your body's not either too hot or too cold. Just find a good temperature for the room. Food, right? The eating. That day, I usually fast. And before I go in, I eat fruit and drink fruit juice, because you're going to be there for some of us, and some, it's different for everyone, but for the body to go to sleep is usually 90 minutes, and then the next cycle will be another 90 minutes until you figure at minimum an hour and a half to 3 hours to shut the body down. I don't experience sleep paralysis as much. I really don't have an exact count of how long you have to be there, but sometimes you just got to hang tight, allow the mind to quiet down, allow the body to fall asleep while you stay aware. Make sure your tummy is light. You don't want to be, if you are intolerant to lactose, you don't want to have ice cream before. You don't want to have heavy stuff in your stomach. I feel that impedes the process. It makes it harder. I'm not saying that you can't get out on eating whatever. My first time that I got out, I didn't make all these preparations. I just finished watching videos, went in the room, got it dark, put headphones on. Another thing, you want to avoid external noises that may wake up the body. A lot of people do it with binaural beats. There's a bunch of binaural beats available on YouTube. I do not use beats. I just put noise canceling headphones to make sure that there's no other noises, strong noises, somebody shutting a door or somebody calling you or whatever. The environment's got to be pretty sense deprived. Try to deprive your senses, your listening and your sight pretty dark, because then the body start releasing melatonin and you'll go to sleep. Another thing is hydration. Let me drink a little water. Hydration is huge. We are water. A lot of our body is water, and information runs through your body through water. When you go out, you receive information, and the more hydrated your body is, I guess the easier it is to move the information that you receive within the body. I was having a dull pain on my lower back, and it was weird because it wasn't in the muscle, it was more in the spine, and I'm like, what the heck is this? I haven't been doing so much work or whatever, and physical work. One time that I came out, these beings told me there's nothing wrong with you. You don't drink enough water, you dehydrated. Hydration is to aid in the process of exiting the body. Darius recommends to add salt to the water, teaspoon per liter. Some people could do more or less. I don't like the way it tastes. However, whenever I'm going to practice, that day I drink water with salt, and that seemed to help as well, because mineral is going to help move information within the body, and you'll be more hydrated and your body being better. If you don't do any of this, doesn't mean that you can't get out. You get out every night. You just got to be conscious of it. These are all preparations to aid in the process so that you have a better chance of success. The blue light, the phones, for some reason, these phones send, I feel it when I stay for, but a blue light, try to stay away from electronics because all that, and I think that's part of the plan for electronics, which is to keep your magnetic field holding your soul tighter. Try to, that day, like a retreat. Treat it like a retreat. Treat it, you're prepping for one of the most awesome experiences of your life. I promise you it's going to be that good. Treat it like a retreat. Take the whole day to prep for that. Caffeine is going to keep the body up. If you want to drink a cup in the morning, that's fine. But then after that, try not to drink any more caffeine, soft drinks, high sugar stuff. Keep that away for that day and eat light. Another thing is going to be your stress. Anxiety is where you are not in the present. Anxiety is when your thoughts are taking you away from the present. Depression is when you stay in when you still feeling the past, and anxiety is when you're moving too far into the future. Keeping your mind in the present that day, listening to relaxing stuff that enrich your soul that day is going to be awesome because your soul is going to be more active within your body. The soul is always aware and always active, but when the brain goes to sleep, you don't remember what the soul is doing. The technique here is to keep the mind awake while the body goes to sleep. That day, try to stretch, do a little yoga. Just make it a very cool, relaxing day. Now, visualize during that day. Take a couple hours or a couple minutes. I suggest for it to be 30 minutes to an hour, and just imagine how cool it's going to be to fly. Imagine how cool it's going to be to go to the records and see your past lives and see potential futures. Imagine how cool it's going to be to see somebody that you miss that pass away to the other side. Imagine how cool it's going to be to meet them, to say hi, to hug them like my Tío Paco hugged me. Imagine that feeling, visualize it. I think that that's such a huge part of our creations. As creators, we get to see everything before it happens. And that's a huge part of creation. You never know. You might be there relaxing so good and visualizing it all. You can exit the body just like that. And meditation, to me, there's a bunch of techniques out there. Just focus on the breath, focus on the heart, quiet the mind. All these different things work because the goal is to relax your body so good and so deep that it goes to sleep while your mind is awake, your awareness. A little bit of relaxation techniques. Everything that I'm telling you is available on YouTube for free. You go find something that works for you. What I've been looking into is transcendental meditation, which is following a mantra deep to the place beneath the thinking. That they practice to quiet the mind. Take deep breaths. Focus on the heart. Focus on your breathing. All those are good ways to relax. Again, the reason I don't have a set protocol for this is because we're all different. And what works for me may not work for you. Obviously, there's tried and true processes and methods out there. And this is just a complement to what Darius is teaching, what Robert Monroe was teaching. Anybody that experienced the outer body and put it out there, this is just a complement to that. Just take all the information you can, and all that would be added to your arsenal to actually leave. This is set the intention. While you're visualizing, say it out loud. Tonight, I will be conscious when I exit my body. And say it like that because you are exiting your body. You are every night exiting. The only component that is missing is being aware. Say it. I will be aware while I leave my body. And I will do this and I will do that. Once you command these things, and you're going to have to do it on the outer body. You're going to have to command your space and have some direction and some control of the experience. Practice your power while you're prepping for this beautiful experience. Preparation, I learned or heard a saying that says proper preparation prevents poor performance. That's true. I'm just trying to increase your chances of success, because a lot of people been asking me to tell them the sauce is definitely different for everyone. With my success doing it and my experience, I'm giving you what works for me. Make that day real chill. I went to the mountains for a couple days to practice, because I could do that, and I did it, and it was awesome. And so you could take a whole day to prep for this, because it's that important. It could be in a day that you're off of work. Just make the whole day super light. Have great, I would be kind of secluded. And if you come in contact with people, keep it light, keep it love, keep it away from stressful situations, keep it away from depressing conversations. I'm just trying to increase your energy. That's the goal. What I'm giving you is so that you increase your energy levels, so that you can disconnect from its magnetic field. Look all this stuff on YouTube, look it up online, and find any technique that may work for you and try them. I've been noticing, and I gonna continue to say that, talk about this, but anxiety, people practicing trying to get out of the body, they're anxious to get out. And when you're anxious about anything, you're not enjoying the moment. Enjoy the prep. Make yourself some fruit juice. If you're gonna eat, boil some potatoes. Everything that you do that day, do it for the purpose of being aware while you leave your body. And the benefits of leaving your body are tremendous. Getting to see your true self changes you, because your level of confidence to do life increases. You start to see that you are not just a physical being trapped in a reality. No, you start seeing that you chose to be here, that you decided to do this life for a purpose. Just the way that you start seeing others, you start getting a heart of compassion. You can get through all these mindsets through other methods, but I don't think in my experience that anything trumps the peeking into who you truly are, because that's who you truly are. When it's personal experience, when no one has to tell you, you go to church and they tell you who you are. They have it in a book, and you read it and you accept it. A lot of times that's wrong. They tell you you're a sinner, that you're nothing without making this or that decision. You are a powerful, independent soul awareness, connected in essence 100% to the source of all of it, of the creator, and a creator yourself. That day, go over your belief systems. Think about, a lot of people talked about fear. I understand, because the unknown, what the body does is releases cortisol. When you're in a situation where it's unknown, your body going to start releasing cortisol. Fight or flight. I don't know what's going to happen. The day that you're going to leave, work on that during the day. Think about, what's the worst thing that could happen if I exit my body? I'll see stuff that I don't know. I'll come in contact with what's out there. Just run through the possibilities, because what that's going to do, it's going to lose its power, because you're going to realize as you and connect to the deepest part of you when you are going through that exercise of challenging your fears. The first time I exited the body, I did that while I was preparing to exit, because part of the exit process is preparation. When you're laying on the bed, you're preparing to exit, shutting the body down and keeping the mind awake. That's all part of the preparation process and part of the exit process, which is going to be our next video. But sit there, look at what could happen. Now, I may never come back. I thought about that while I was laying there. I don't want to leave my daughters. Look, I'm here. I came back. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with my mind. The opposite. I came back with a lot of memories returned to me. My intuition to the gods. I could see shit coming from a mile away. My ability to exit. Now I exit with more ease. Anytime I lay down to practice, I either exit or get back in the body because I get too excited. And then I just say I'll go out tomorrow or whatever, the level of success of it's gonna grow, and then your relationships improve because you know who you are and you feel a lot more compassionate towards people. You start feeling like, damn, if they knew who they were as well. You don't see it like you're better than them. You just see that you've seen a little bit more about you, and you know for a fact that they have access to that as well. You start seeing them different. You start desiring for them to experience what you have. And that's why I'm doing this. The preparation, hydration. I'm going to go down the list again. And don't go out there and do all kinds of yard work, mechanic work, and because your body is going to be so tired and your mind is going to be so tired that you'll fall asleep. I got a lot of people telling me, how do you not fall asleep? I know my life is so hectic. I know that once I lay down to practice, I'm going to sleep. That's just no way around it. I just fall asleep. I'll sleep 4 hours a night, 3, 4, 5 hours a night, 6 hour tops. I don't know what it is to sleep in. That time that I sleep is just, I'm gone because I'm so tired with the kind of work I do. I do construction work. I'm a contractor. I do hard work on my hands, on my knees, on my feet all day, looking up, working on a ceiling, carrying heavy materials, and it's just very straining on the body. The day that I'm going to practice, I have the most success when I'm just chilling with my daughters, enjoying my day, and with that in mind, I know that I'm going to exit that night, and the whole day is a preparation to that. This is so important. You're watching this, it means that you really want to exit the body or have more success. Treat it as such. Practice. The mindsets, the part number one, the reason is the mindset is so important is because that is preparation to exit. When you live challenging your fears, then nothing on the outer body, because you become more courageous. Whatever comes your way, you're ready to stand your ground because you bring who you are to the outer body state. Be courageous. The unconditional love is the substance that everything is made of, including in this life. And on the other side, if you stay with that mindset throughout your week, excuse me for bringing lesson one onto part two, but it's part of your preparation. Because to me, the goal of exiting the body, doing all these beautiful techniques and having these beautiful experiences is so that your in-body state, your in-body experience is more fulfilling. It's more lined up with what you came to do here. And a lot of people tell me in the comments they don't know what the next step is, and the outer body seemed to be the answer. And I agree with that because it gives you a lot more direction in life, even if it's not the right professional path to follow. You start seeing life differently. You start valuing other things that are of more important because you realize that you are an eternal being having an experience here. Enjoy the whole day. Enjoy when you lay down in that bed or when you sit down. You can just recline in a comfortable. You don't have to be fully. If that your bed is the place where you fall asleep, your body knows that, and it makes that association. For the most part, you're going to go to sleep. Find a different place to do your practice. If that's not possible, then do it on your bed where you can. But you have to be really comfortable too. It's an intricate dance. I use that phrase a lot because it is. And it's easy. But at the same time, you got to have a big desire and intention to make it work. And it takes practice. I came out the first time I practiced, but I heard of people that took them 2-3 months, other people a year. Regardless of how long it take you, all I'm giving you is tools, mindset, skill sets to better your chances of exiting. Eat light that day. Stay hydrated every day. Don't do drugs that day. I used to smoke weed, and for some reason it doesn't aid in the process. To some people may, but that's not something that that I recommend. I still vape. I'm cutting back a lot on that. I'm going down on nicotine. I don't feel that it impedes in any way. I learned that Darius taught me a technique to close the magnetic field and make it be closed to hold your hands together when you're breathing. You could do it. Just start breathing right now regular, and then take a couple breaths regular, and then you're going to notice the difference when you get your hands together. You're closing the circuit, that your hands are not away from the whole magnetic field, and what that does is help you breathe deeper. And relaxation, to attain the outer body, you need to relax. Try holding all your fingers together. This is part 2. Part 3 is coming next. That's gonna be the actual exit process, right? You prepped, you found the place where you were gonna do it, you had a phenomenal day, you decided, you made up your mind that you were gonna be conscious when you left the body. You visualize it, you imagine how beautiful this experience is gonna be, how enriching, how full of meaning is gonna be. You got your little if you can't make it super dark, then you put your eye mask, or your room is blacked out. You have the intention set that there's no stopping you from exiting the body. You didn't go to work that day. You're not doing all this yard work, so your body's rested. You ate a little bit of fruit or something so that you're not all hungry. Go to the bathroom before you lay there for a couple hours. Just make yourself as comfortable as possible. You have this beautiful, positive mental attitude that it does not matter, nothing else matter, but I know that I am more than my physical body. I'm going to exit tonight. Have that beautiful, positive mental attitude. Don't be so concerned about leaving. Just stay there and enjoy that moment. All that is ready, and now you start to exit your body. And that's going to be part number 3. The exit process, how to exit, different ways of exiting, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be just like this, very chill, very relaxed, just me talking about the little bit I know. I'm no expert, but I have experienced a lot, and I am in contact with a lot of people who literally exit at will. My boy that we just did a podcast together last night, Andre, he's going to be my co-host on the podcast. He at will, similar to me, but he's got a lot more control. You got Darius, you have a bunch of other people that just go on YouTube, on Darius's website, look at his teachings and look at all the testimonials. And in the groups in my channel, go read a lot of the comments. There's a bunch of people experiencing the outer body state, and all of 100% of them have great things to say about the experiences and how it has enriched their life. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to be concerned about. Prepare yourself. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Prepare. That's what this video is all about. Again, I'm going to run through the steps again, through the preparation. And if I miss anything, put it in the comments. Subscribe. I don't like saying subscribe, but my kid, she also has a YouTube channel, and she studies a lot about YouTube and what to do. And she's like, Dad, you have to tell people to subscribe. They'll do it. And the reason I want to grow this channel is so that we can continue to spread the goodness of humanity and teach people that they are more than their physical body. Thank you so much for watching. Eat light that day. Stay away from electronics. Make it a very wholesome, clean day. Stay away from exerting your body, exerting your mind. Don't call your aunt that always complains. Don't call your ex no, that day is for you. Have an awesome day that day. Make it so light. Go to the river in the morning, to the beach. Just go for a walk. Take that sun in. Or if you're in a snowy place, go enjoy the snow, whatever it is that you need to do. Make that day so relaxing, and come home and relax. Do a little stretching, feel great. Darken that room, make that bed comfortable, wash the sheets that day, or just make it so light there in that place. I don't recommend incense or nothing that smell too much. Just you want to deprive your senses, the physical body, so that melatonin kicks in and your body can go to sleep. Keep your mind aware. There's nothing wrong with thinking while you are getting ready to exit. Wow, once you lay down there, think all you gotta think. Just think away, and then start letting all those thoughts go, and go deep into your heart. Say deep, and hear the echo of that depth. Go below your thoughts and land in your beautiful heart. And such a beautiful place. Let me stop, because I'll probably go there real quick. But if nobody told you that they love you, I love you. Part 3 is going to be the actual exiting process. What do I do now that I prepped? Now I've been on this beautiful mind frames that are going to give me access. And then I have my room prepped. My body's prepped. I'm hydrated. My tummy is just perfect. It's not too full. It's not empty. I ate some fruit, whatever it is, fast that day, so that you're just not too heavy. Forget about the devices. No, we don't want no blue light today. No, we don't want that. We want to leave it that night. I don't want to hear gossip. I don't want entertainment. I want to focus on me, because I'm about to visit somewhere else. It's going to be a beautiful day. And again, none of this has to happen for you to have the outer body. It's as simple as commanding it, making the intention, visualizing. You could just think about it. You could right now, you can pop your astral projecting. Is easy. I'm saying the actual exiting of your consciousness, that takes a little bit more preparation, and that's what I'm giving you. But it's still easy. That you do it every night. I mean to be repetitive, because the more you cement the same concepts, the more the brain picks them up and makes them more real. Again, I love you. Thank you for watching. Share, subscribe, comment. Really, it helps the channel. This takes a lot of work, at least to me, because I am a rookie at editing. The studio is finally ready, and it took me time and energy and resources to do it, and investing, because I want to spread the message, and you can help me to wake people up onto their true self, their true nature. Leave behind all beliefs that just tell us that which we are not, and start understanding that when we come together, everyone is invited. There's not one soul that the Creator doesn't hold dear. Doesn't matter what you think or what I think, because we're judgy. But the Creator is only love. God is love. You are love. You are 100% connected and one with God, and the God of your own life. And if you don't believe me, look at your life. Every decision that you have made brought you to today. The good, the bad, and the ugly. In the podcast that we did last night, the host asked me, what would you tell 14-year-old Hector? He said, just sit there and talk to 14-year-old Hector. Let therapists do that stuff. And I talked to 14-year-old Hector. But I told him, keep fucking up, keep messing up, keep smoking weed, keep doing everything that you've done. Because if I didn't do everything that I did in my life, you wouldn't be meeting the person that's here today. Honor yourself, honor your story. Don't feel guilty about your past. That's all preparation. Make peace with who you are today, because that's a beautiful person. I love you. Thank you.